There's one skill that every hooper wants to improve on, obviously, is probably going to be shooting. And most players don't really go about shooting workouts, or just trying to train the shooting, in my opinion, the most proper way. They may be kind of falling into maybe a general sense, but I'm gonna show you a little bit more of a different approach to how I approach shooting workouts for me, myself, and my players. And you wanna make sure to stick around for the very end, because the reason why is that I'm gonna be putting in all these different factors, all these different methodologies into the shooting, and you don't wanna miss each and every part, because it all comes together to make you a much better shooter in today's workout. So first, starting out, you're actually gonna have no ball at all, and instead you're gonna have some sort of weight that you can have. You're first gonna start by grabbing your weight and then getting into just a quarter stance, roughly just about shoulder width, and you're gonna be getting into what's known as a quarter squat. See, most times when we think about squatting, think about getting into this 90-degree angle where you're just at this exact right angle, but instead I want to get into a quarter squat, which means I'm slightly bent, almost as if I'm shooting, and just mimicking that exact same leg angle. You want to grab a weight that's not super challenging, but just enough to where you can feel a little bit of a burn, and you want to be going at a simple tempo pace, not super slow, but at a good tempo pace where I'm going up and down to where I feel like I could almost get a burn, but to where enough I feel explosive. But make sure you grab a challenging weight and do approximately 3 sets at about 12 reps to where you can feel a little bit of a burn. Now you're going to be putting your weight down and getting to what's known as a low-level extensive plyo progression. All low-level plyos are simply just nice little bounds, hops, and skips, but at a low position, not super high as if I'm trying to dunk, but just low enough to where I feel nice and poppy off the ground. So the low-level plyo exercise that we're going to get into is what's known as shooter pops. So for the shooter pops, all you're going to be doing is finding anywhere we have just enough space, and you're going to get into a shoulder width stance and have 3 just normal small pops, just like 1, 2, 3. And as soon as you get off that third pop, you're going to contract down low into that quarter squat stance that we did previously. And what these small hops are really helping us to do is improve our rhythm and coordination. We're getting into our shot, because when we shoot, a lot of the times we have little small pops, and then of course when we contract down low, we're getting into that isometric stance as if you're shooting normally. And for this last progression without the ball, now we're going to be focusing on our shoulders, because shoulders and shoulder mobility especially is super important to having a fluid shot, so we can get that ball up in the air and down into the basket. Now you're going to get any type of access to a wall that you can find in your house or if it's on the court, and all you're going to be doing is simply lining up in a shoulder width stance and having your elbows just above your head to where you can almost see your elbow directly, and you're going to be leaning your head down below and leaning into the wall to where almost you can feel your shoulder blades kind of contracting and really feeling a deep stretch within your whole back. And what this exercise is really helping to improve is our shoulder mobility, which is super important to have a fluid shot. And when you do this, you want to really make sure that you feel like your shoulder is going towards the wall, but then also at the exact same time going back towards the opposite side, so you can feel that nice deep stretch within your back and have that nice fluid mobile shoulder. So for this exercise, make sure to do about 3 sets to about 30 to 60 seconds, just to where you feel comfortable and mobile within your shoulders. And after you're done with this, then we'll grab a ball and we'll get right into our shooting drills. Now you'll be grabbing your ball and just getting slightly in front of the basket, just outside the restricted zone. And now we'll be getting into what's known as poppy feet. The poppy feet shooting drill, we're gonna be doing the exact same plyometrics we did without the ball. However, we're getting into nice taps and nice pops, but now we're gonna be adding that into our shooting so we can get a nice fluid shot just to warm up. So now start by getting your ball and getting in front of the basket, having your hands in a nice shooting stance as you normally get into, and then you're gonna get into 3 pops. 1, 2, 3, and as soon as you get done with that third pop, you're gonna pop right into your shot. So if I demonstrate, we're going 1, 2, 3. As soon as I get into that, then I'll get directly into my shot. And the reason I love poppy feet as a great warm-up shooting drill is because it gets us nice and activated within our ankles and get that nice springy motion, but it's also important to our shooting because we want to pop off the ground as fast as possible when you're getting into our shot and feel nice and fluid. And for our final shooting drill, we begin into what's known as snap downs. So for the snap down, start by getting your ball, have your hands in the normal shooting stance that you would normally do, have your arms slightly straight just above your head, so putting the ball not super straight directly above your head, but just in front of you to where you can see it, and not having our arms directly straight, but just slightly bent to where we have nice hand positioning on the ball. And as soon as you've gotten your arms into the straight stance, then you're gonna just snap down right into your shot, right into that quarter position, and then directly into my shot. And the reason why I love snap downs is because it really helps us to improve that quarter squat position that we initially got into in the very beginning, and helping us pop off the ground into our shot, which is really gonna help with that fluid motion shot that we all want. So the sets and reps for both poppy feet and snap downs is going to be about 3 to 4 with about 10 to 12 reps. But if 10 to 12 reps is too easy, they want to make sure to go with about maybe 5 reps in a row or 10 reps in a row. Really challenge yourself if this is too easy. So make sure to do this workout anywhere you want to. Make sure to have the exact same progression where we have the weights, we have the shoulder mobility, and we have the nice poppy plyometrics, because this is going to really help you feel nice, fluid, and rhythmic when getting into your shot. And by the time you get into your normal shot, when you get into your shooting, it's going to feel like butter and super easy and super efficient. And if you do this workout, make sure to comment down below how exactly you felt, how you did, and maybe some tips and pointers for other people who are going to do this workout as well. Until next time, this is Ian for Ideas Basketball. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you around next time.